Everybody talking like they doing what we doing, but these brothers is rare and they ain't moving like we moving. And everywhere we go, when we walking, women choosing. Don't hate, it's alright. So don't hate, it's alright. Butler, what up, though?
Hey, what's up, man? What's today, bruh?
It's Wednesday, baby.
Man, it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday yet? We want to welcome everyone to Is It Wednesday Yet? We're gonna start off real quick and knock out some of the comments that we have from our viewers. Ben Sutter III says you can support BS3 Network by sending stars. Stars help us earn money to continue building the network. And thank you. And if you hadn't noticed, Ben Sutter III puts the BS3 in the BS3 network. Really appreciate him. Appreciate the network that he's created. So I definitely encourage you to support the network. Go out and check out some of the other content creators, some of the other programs on that network. All right. Knox, I think we got a few things to go through. That's why we didn't put up a particular title. You know what I'm saying? And but we're gonna get into it. Lexus Butler's in the building. Hello.
Niece, what up, though? What up, dog?
Hello. Yeah, people don't realize that's my baby bird.
Yeah.
I'm the intellect. Well, I'm gonna start off. My name is Eric Butler because I want to give shouts out to my daughter, Alexis Butler. I know we don't normally do that, but I can't put that out there. Is that bothering you?
Nah, man. You sound like you was gonna go. I'm Eric Butler, and I'm a podcastaholic.
Emma, what do you mean what is a podcastaholic?
Oh, now come on, Butler, go with your intro, man. Don't start picking with me already. We got 57 minutes to go, man.
No, I just heard something. I didn't realize what it was, so I was just curious. What is a podcastaholic?
I mean, man, you get out. I wouldn't call you a podcastaholic, but I mean, you get out. You get out. People know where to find you. They get you on Wednesday, get you on Thursday. When I can, I'm gonna get them. We're gonna get a late night Butler. I'm working on late night Butler right now.
A late night Butler.
Late night Butler. I'm working on.
I don't think the world ready for a late night Butler.
Oh yeah, listen. The world needs mellow moods, Butler. We need mellow moods. Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
Hey man, I mean, I can't help it. I'm multifaceted. I can, what I'm saying. I'm telling you, man. I can put a baby to sleep in the left hand and choke somebody to death with the right. I said it.
And your hand's big enough to do it too. You could probably do it with the same hand. You could probably hold the baby with your tongue, choke somebody out with the other two fingers. You know what I'm saying? Flick an ash with the other two fingers or something. I think, real smooth. Like, you know what I mean? And you know what? In my mind, right? I see this happening, right? And you got one of them. What is it? Like the little cigarette tips, like the filtered cigarettes, the real smooth one with the long tip. Like
I don't know where you coming up with all this.
I don't.
Where you going, bro?
I don't know, man. It might be the mocha ensemble you got on this.
Nah, I don't.
The real mocha, man.
Man, you and your colors, man. This right here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lead you into that. Hey, who we got in the comments? Hold on. Travelmatic. Welcome to the.
What's going on?
What's good? What's good with you? Show appreciate you being here. Here's the deal, Knox. Man, I put all this on you. There's these, certain things that you recognize and you see, and you like to discuss them and share your feelings about them. So I think that's what we're gonna do, right?
Yeah, man. Listen, I felt like one thing with me and you, Butler, is we generally just have a lot of banter on a day-to-day basis. So, a lot of times it's a matter of, I feel like, the same things catch our attention. We just don't always have an opportunity, you know what I mean, to actually have conversation or any debate or any type of, real, conversation about them. So I thought it would be kind of fun to be able to just kind of, see some things, kind of just treat the show like as we scroll in life and get some things going and take a look at some things and just get some reaction and see what people think, man, more than importantly, because what I think is one thing, but what the people think is what I'm waiting on.
I got you. Ben Sutter III, what's up to you? What's up?
No.
What's up? Appreciate you. All right. I'm going to play a clip, everyone. And then I'm going to sit back. This should be very interesting.
And then I'm going to sit back.
And I mean, yeah, a little bit, you know, not the whole time, but you know, I may or may not comment.
You're going to comment.
But we shall see.
Let's do it.
So here we go, Knox.
Your moms, your aunties, someone around you should be mentoring you to get married. That's not what I do. I have my own daughters. One is married, one's going to be married soon. So y'all really need to have conversations with your moms, aunties, mentors. Okay. For women over 40, y'all, this dating landscape is different. No one is really talking to us about how different the dating landscape is. I went through it at 43, married at 44, maybe I was 42, turned 4, I don't know. But I'm 45 now, and I'm doing my best to help y'all understand it's limited, okay? You want a clearance rack, okay? You got to pick the best. We're manager special. It's not what it was in your 20s. It's not what it was in your 30s. And some of y'all over 50 that I meet and really still think y'all got options. You're so independent and set in your ways, you blame it on the men. But it's you, sis. It's you.
Oh,
yeah,
Butler.
I was taking notes. I was like,
oh, Butler.
Stuff down.
Let me ask you this question. Like, no lengthy response, but what's your initial reaction?
My initial reaction was like
yeah,
she has a point there. I think there's some validity to it, and and I had not like I winced because I was like, it's gonna be some upset individuals.
Okay, I could see that. I was surprised. You know, obviously this is just a video. We know nothing about this, you know, young woman or young lady or, you know, lady in her 40s. But I don't know necessarily that I would go as far as clearance rack. Clearance rack was a little tough. Now I will say this. I was having a dope conversation with somebody the other evening, and you know, she was telling me how she had a young lady that worked for her, and the young lady was a very attractive young lady, but she struggled with getting up and always coming to work and being to work on time. You know what I'm saying? And then, and she said she thought it was an assumption, mind you. It wasn't a whole lot of, you know, research, but she said it was an assumption. She thought that, you know, it seemed that when the young lady might have had somebody in her life maybe helping her out, you know what I mean? It was a little easier for her to miss work, right? And she said something that, you know, shocked me when she said it, but she was like, yo, you know, yeah, you are an attractive young lady. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, and in certain situations that does work. But she like, you know, women turn 18 every day. And I was like, that's cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a cold piece because I never even thought of it like that. But when you think about it, right? Like, there is a shelf life to everything. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, like I said, I don't think I'd have went as far as clearance rack because I still think that, you know, a classic is a classic. You know what I mean? Like a classic is a classic, right? Like everybody don't like a 65 Chevy, but there are some of us who adore it. You know what I'm saying? Like a classic is a classic. So everybody ain't out here necessarily looking for a woman within a certain bracket, but women within certain brackets that are spectacular shine at any level. You know what I'm saying? So I never think dudes stop being thirsty. So I don't know if, you know, at some point maybe the thirst is not where you want it. And I think that's what women got to deal with. Like when you used to being the head turner at every function, and now, you know, you turn a few heads, or you turning some heads, or you might turn the heads of people that you ain't trying to turn. But you know what I mean? Like, I just wouldn't go as far as clearance rack, Butler.
Well, I hear you, good man. And listening to the video, My point would be, I have a philosophy, right? It's
Yep.
that you must live in truth. I call it TBR. You got to live in truth.
Okay.
Now, when I say live in truth, it's not that old silly mess individuals think about. Just I tell it like it is. It's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This is a very personal thing. You need to be honest with who you are, what you are, and where you are with yourself and whatever your higher being is. Be it,
Okay.
God, Yah, Allah, Buddha, Hindu. Brother Rock is my co-host on Perspective says, Brother Rock, or whatever
Rock.
your higher being is, if it's the moon, the stars, quasars, the source, whatever it may be, that's between you and them. And but you really need to be honest. You need to look at your, what I call your good, your bad, and your ugly, right?
Okay.
And own it. And then you got to operate in balance. So you have to operate in balance. You can't be so greedy you won't give nobody nothing, and you can't be so generous you give everything away and you ain't got nothing left for yourself, right?
Okay.
You can't be so angry that you tie up every damn thing that you come in contact with that it upset you, but then you can't be so calm and passive that you get run over and stomped all the time. So there's some even places that you really try to remain, right? And then the most important thing, which leads to this, is you need to respect reality. And the reality and respecting reality means you need to look at things for what they truly are,
right,
and how they really, really function, and then accept that, and then make your decisions and your moves and your determinations after that. So in this situation, you really realistic. Women, their value declines over time, where men's value, if we're talking about relationships and how time impacts a man or a woman, it may decline, but not actually, it increases over time. I'm just going to go on and say it.
I unpack that, as you would say. Unpack that for me.
I still got a couple of suitcases. So it'll increase. But before I unpack it, that's my statement and that's my position. And so let's make sure we get to these comments.
Oh yeah, that's what you do.
Right. So first, special guest in the house, Princess Reynolds. She says, I just knew this was a video about She said, oh, and hey y'all, hi Dad.
What up, Bobster?
Alexa says, there's no 40 plus men on this clearance rack they can match up with.
It's plenty of them, but they on the extra. See, this is why. Okay, wait, I'm not gonna jump in.
Now, yeah. So I'm gonna go through that, and we may come back to these because this may be where it's at. She said clearance rack is absurd.
I'm with you, Diddy. You already know.
She said, who value decline over
time? See, listen. So
okay, well, no. Now I'm to unpack I was told to unpack it. So there's no 40 plus men on this clearance rack that they can match up with. They are, but here's the thing: a 40 plus year old man is going to be in a better financial position. He's learned a little bit. He's had some experience. He's going to be more in tune to what he's willing to deal with and what he's not willing to deal with. His value, his sexual market value increases with his establishment of stability, financial knowledge, and experience. That's where his value is. In women, it tends to be in what I think is one of the most precious and important things is their ability to procreate, to bring life, to be nurturing, and I'm not trying to be cliche, but a man-woman combination, a woman would definitely can be the wind beneath a man's wings. They can definitely make him better, definitely provide a certain level of protection and hedge of support around him in that way. Now, as you get older, just by nature, I didn't set the rules, so don't be mad at me. There's a decline in your ability to procreate, right? And men, they get a little gray. We didn't see them groups. I love salt and pepper men and blah blah blah. men stay in shape decently. We've been seeing plenty 40-plus-year-old men pull them some 20-somethings. T.I. said it ain't tricking if you got it. So some participate in that practice and they willing to do that. Now they not doing that on 40-plus-year-old women, and that's just the state of being. I'm not saying whether this is right or wrong, but y'all tell me if this is not what's going on right now.
All right, so here's where I sincerely disagree with all of this, right? Sincerely. So being able to procreate is like being 7 feet, right? That is not a skill. That's how you was born. You was born with the ability to do that, right?
Not everybody's born with that ability. So that's I don't
Follow
think
me.
that's
Everybody ain't born 7 feet. So listen to where I'm going with this, right? So my point is that if you don't have, for example, right? If you're a woman in her 30s, any, mid to late 30s, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have no children, you have all of your stuff together, right? There's extreme high value in that woman. There's more value than and not
Dang, why is
even
that happening?
not even a matter if it's, if the woman can or cannot procreate. That ain't even about, that's, like I said, it's not a skill. So what valuable things do people bring to the table, right? And I would say this. I would say that if you had to put it on a number situation, and mind you, I know in most major markets, men outnumber women, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, when you are in a lot of places where you might get with single grown folks, it's always more dudes than women, right? So then which one is more valuable technically? Like, when the last time you been in a spot around grown folks and it was more women than men? It's never like that.
I have.
But it's not often though, right? Wouldn't you say it's not often?
I mean, you can look at the
'Cause
statistics.
it's like value.
I don't want to argue the statistics. I mean,
But I'm talking value. I'm talking value, man, right?
No,
Meaning, like, if something is rare, it's more valuable.
Value is subjective. So wherever you place your value is where the value is. So if we talk about information that we've heard, if we've looked at the statistics that's been put out there, being if they're true or not, and you made a great point. You saying it could be in pockets of areas, but there tends to be more women than available men. Especially if we talk about what women are looking for.
You think it's more available women than available men?
I mean, y'all help me out in the chat. I'm saying yes. There are more women than there are men. Available men that women want. And then think about you mentioned value. So you can have 10 men, but she'll look and say, I only want that one.
Yeah,
he has everything that I'm looking for. And then it'll be 20 women. It'll be 20 women, that one dude, all 20 women want that one dude.
Yeah,
that
but
happens.
That's because this is what I can give you. I can give you that.
Yeah, he ain't giving me. I don't care. Let me say that. Let me say that. This is not a fight that I'm having. I'm not trying to prove a point. I'm telling the facts of where it's at.
Even where women outnumber men in major markets, you not factoring in the felons. You ain't factoring in
you proving my point.
That's exactly the gay men, right? What I'm saying is the numbers start to dwindle down, but then, like, when you like,
shit. Oh dang, did I do that? My bad.
Yeah, you did twice. But I think that when it's like one of those situations where I don't think a lot of women get their fair just because men appear to be more available. A lot of times your best women that are in that age bracket, they not available, but they not available by choice. They not available by force. They have just decided that a lot of times what they have dealt with is may not be worth the gamble of even dealing with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I do understand there are markets like Atlanta and even in Dallas where, like, you know, in certain markets, in certain scenarios, that changes the landscape of, you know, how many women are approachable and things like that because of the fact that, you know, those numbers are like that. But in the same case, though, Butler, I think that there are a lot of cases where, like, you know, think about it. There are a lot of dudes, women give out way more no's than yes.
Yeah, to my point.
What do you mean to your point? If
I'm
she's
saying
getting,
there's more.
she's giving out more no's. She's saying no. A woman is saying
Nah,
no a lot.
to my point, it'd be 20 women that want that one dude. They're gonna say no to everybody else until he fall in that small category. So we're talking about two different things. One was about availability, then you talked about value, and you're saying they're more value because they give out more no's.
I'm saying, for example, right? You could say, oh, there are 20 women that want this one dude, right? Okay, somebody gets the one dude. Now, what's happening with the other 19? What are they doing? Are they hold on?
Hold on.
Are they sitting there like lonely gooses, or are they sitting there batting off the thirsties? Because we know the thirsties roam in high numbers.
See, I don't know why they got to be thirsty because they trying to
What you
shoot
mean
their
you
shot
don't
at a
got
woman.
no?
I don't know why
You know
they
what
have to
thirsty is?
be a thirsty
You know what a
because
thirsty is.
they are
Why you
shooting their shot
don't know what a
at
thirsty
a
is?
woman. That's what
Because
it's just a question.
a thirsty is a dude that'll take an approach you wouldn't even think about taking because it ain't that serious. That's a thirsty.
You want me to be 100%? Nah, I'm gonna chill
Yeah,
out right
please.
now. I'm
Keep
gonna
going.
chill out.
Keep going. Keep going. Turn it up.
No, I was about to, but I'm gonna chill out.
Turn it up.
No, man, let's get into these comments, man. They making good points. Princess Rena says, okay, but there's some 40-year-old male bums. Those are way easier to come across. Put them on the clearance rack. The end of the bench media. Hey, what's happening? What's happening with you? And then Alexis says, I need a point of view from a 40-plus-year-old woman, a 40-plus woman. I hear you. End of the bench media says, in most major cities, women outnumber men 16-1. Yeah. Alexis Butler says, yeah, there are more women than men by numbers. And then, I mean,
but I'm
and
saying,
it's
but
16
everybody
to 1.
don't want all them men. Everybody don't want all them men.
No, what I'm saying is, now back to value. So when we're talking about value, like we thinking about economics, right? Supply and demand. If it's a lot of something and it has easy access, the value drops. Something that is rare, hard to come by, the value, and it's at high demand, low supply, high demand, high value. High supply, low demand, low value. I ain't make the rules. This is just what they taught in the class. However, I don't see that now. This is that's economics, but we're talking about human beings and their value and the things that come up. Now, our society is really, I think, twisted up what value is. Actually, I think that's a topic that Doc and I are going to cover on Perspective, is about, value. Value is a part of it, is what I'll say. But
and where can I catch Perspective, Butler?
Thursdays at 8:30. So it'll be tomorrow at 8:30. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to be talked about tomorrow, but I'm just saying I know that's coming. So, but anyway, in this, you had mentioned value. Does, or do you feel like women are more valuable than men? Is that kind of your point? And because women get to turn down men, that's because our society has set it up where the men pursue the women. It's women that want men. They have to, they do things, make eye contact, smile, mess with their hair, do little signals to let you know so they can get you to come over there to holler at them. It's just the way that it's set up. I don't know if that actually establishes value per se.
Listen, man, I get it. The picture is painted, but what I'm saying is if you're out and about, right? If you got 5 people, if you got a group of 5 men, you have a group of 5 women, right?
Mhm.
It is more likely that there are probably more catches in the group of 5 women than in the group of 5 men.
I mean, based
Like
on
like
what? But
like
wait, based on what? I'm
like
asking.
we look like a lot of times we be having our stuff together and we don't be having our stuff together because we so good at looking like we got our stuff together. Women
What
be
does
having
what
their stuff together.
what does having our
Like a
stuff? Hold on,
like
hold on. Let me. You saying have my stuff together, which is such a subjective type term. It's very loose. What is having your stuff together?
I'm just saying, like, when you can operate in a space of, like, you can at least
I
at
mean, I'm just
minimum
saying.
take care
I'm
of
just saying.
yourself and do a little bit extra.
There you
That's
go.
enough for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's still a little aloof. Because I'm trying to think what that, what does that really quantify?
Like I'm saying, there are definitely more men available to women, but that doesn't mean that
Yeah, they
there's
don't
more
want them dudes.
quality. There's more quality, right? I'm saying I think that I don't agree with her clearance rack theory only because of the fact that I don't agree that over time a good woman loses her value. Like, okay, you may not be able to procreate anymore, but at the end of the day, once you get past having kids, like okay, boom. We got if me and somebody get married at 20, we got kids at 21 and 22, great. What the other 40 years look like? You feel what I'm saying? Like I respect the fact that they had the ability to do it, but it's not a skill. So you have to, in the long run, for a healthy relationship, right? In a lot of cases, if that's what you hang your hat on, that relationship is gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? If that's it, you know what I mean? But if you facilitate, even if it's just I facilitate the house, I make it so all my man got to do is go make sure he can go
The-
get the check. I do everything else. He go get the
right.
check.
Okay.
I do everything that ain't got nothing to do with getting a check, right? Let's say
Okay.
that's the life you live now. And I'm not saying now, let's 2024 in a world where we both got to have some income to you be able to kick it and do stuff and have some fun, right?
So do we? You're saying in today's time you believe that both, like if you're in a relationship, both of you are probably in a position where you both need to be bringing.
Like I'm saying 2024, like what's happening with the
There
people,
you
the
go.
20-year
Okay,
olds, the
I
25,
got
you
you.
like, right? Like
He
they
said
not
20-year olds. I'm
I'm just
saying
saying
40.
like the younger generations now are definitely like, yeah, let's do it. We can do it. Like we can do it. I'm not tripping. It don't have to be you stay home and you guard the front. It's gonna be, hey, let's have a kid and we both gonna take 6 weeks off of work.
Yeah, that they got
You feel what I'm
that
saying?
that's a different thing too as well. Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying like when you look at quality, okay, kids have been had. Now, this is where the game really starts because depending on where her headspace is, depends on everything else that falls forward. You get what I'm saying? Because think about it, right? You could get married to somebody who sold you a dream of we are gonna be a power couple, and then have a baby and go, you know what? These last 12 months was sweet. Let's just have another baby. And let's just have another baby, right? Let's
Yeah,
just
I
say
don't.
that's just what it is,
Yeah,
right?
that's hard to
But
argue because it's so
now,
subjective, I
but
guess,
I'm
and there's
saying,
so many variables.
but I'm
But
saying going both ways though. I'm just saying that, okay, now if you take procreation out the way, right? Like a guy has to also be valuable. I don't know that I think there are more valuable single women than probably valuable males. There are probably more
again,
men.
again, value is subjective.
Okay.
So it's hard to have. I mean, you can make your
The
point.
same qualities that you look for in a woman, right? Like the same things that make whatever your other half you want to have, right? I think that there are less men that provide that for women than women who provide that for men.
Okay,
That's all I'm saying. I guess
I got you.
that's how I would do value. You know what I mean? But I get
Okay,
what you're saying, like how people feel.
you're
It's
right,
subjective as far as value. But
right.
which I 1000%, right? Because what some women think is valuable is,
Yeah,
you
some
1000%
women
right
think
on that.
what they have, what they're doing, where they're at, they think that's valuable. Now, if it's valuable to them and it makes them feel good, I'm thumbs up. But what they can't do is tell someone else, no, you should value me at this rate. No, that person gets to set the value.
Well,
The, you don't get to set, you can set your price, but you can't set your value.
well, I,
Someone may be willing to pay someone may be willing to pay the price that you say it costs. But if there's more people saying, no, that's too expensive, then I think you need to be realistic about saying, okay, maybe I haven't read the market right, and I may be overestimating the value of what I'm putting on the market. But I want to make sure we get to our comments. Princess Reynolds says that's exactly what they are, thirsty. Yeah, y'all have to unload thirsty on that one. The end of the bench media.
okay,
It's
Butler.
H Rap. What's going on? Hey, y'all gotta check out H Rap. I'm telling you, man, that dude there, he'll drop some bombs on you, man. You need to check him on the forecast, which is on Mondays, and then definitely check out the end of the bench media when you get the opportunity. Princess Reynolds said society didn't set up turning turning down bums. That's common sense. We got to stand on business. I get that. I'll turn down a bum. And I'm Princess quantify bum for the
Why you
math,
gotta quantify bum? You don't know what a bum is, Butler?
bro. Like
You,
you serious?
hey,
Hold on.
hey, you will
You
be
just
able to spot a bum if your daughter brought one home.
hold on. Hold on. No, say that again. I didn't hear you.
I said you'll be able to spot a bum if your daughter brought one home.
Well, I could see him as a bum, but she may not see him that way. I just had, you know what? I got a call from a good friend of mine years ago. We were both members at a cigar lounge, and his daughter was dating a guy, and he was not happy about the cat. Cat just didn't meet the standards that he was used to, you know what I'm saying, or what he would want his daughter to be with, right? And so we're still in a group. Me and him was making a comment about something, and he
Okay.
said he just reached out to me on social media, right? And he was like, just talking to me about it. And I said, hey man, how are things with your son-in-law? He said, man, they so good. He said, man, I have to be honest, man. He really shocked me. Like he's doing great, man. Boom, they about to buy a house. He coming through, blah, blah, blah. And I say, man, I'm really happy to see that, to hear that, because people may see something, know something that you don't know about another person. So maybe it's my nice disposition. I'm just a little hesitant to call people thirsty and to call people bums without really
Okay.
having
So
a
here's
deeper aspect of it. Because we could really try to paint it with a wide brush, but I just tend to like to, take the to put details on it. So I'll understand, like, I understand a bum, like, bro, you ain't got no job, you living off a woman, you ain't got nothing going for yourself, you don't have no vision. I get it, but it's guys that, like the woman said, work at McDonald's, work
so
at a
is a
go ahead.
is a job a deal breaker for you?
If he ain't got no job,
No, I'm talking about for you as a person. Is a job a deal breaker for you?
like if she doesn't have a job,
Yes. If you meet her and she don't have no employment, will you entertain it just to see where it goes?
yeah, I possibly would, depending
Okay.
on what else, depending on what other things that that meet my standard of what value is and what I need. Because
Now,
what I
does
yeah,
does age factor into that?
yeah, age factor into somebody I'm gonna entertain. Absolutely.
No, I'm saying this is no, man. I'm saying does age factor
Mhm.
does age
Talking about whether
factor
if they working or not. Like you for
Hey, the way
like
you
man.
said it is so much more worse than how I was thinking.
No,
I don't know why. It was the same thing though. Don't get me wrong. You didn't do
no, I'm
nothing
just
wrong.
saying. I feel you. Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying, does age, right? Like, will you entertain 40 with no job longer than you entertain
Depending
50
on
with no job?
that's what
Or
I'm
is it
saying.
just a matter of period?
For me,
Is the time
depending
frame the
on
same?
depending on the circumstances. Like I'm gonna ask a question. I'm like, okay, well, why aren't you working? What's the problem?
If the answers are the same,
And I'm gonna be
does 40 and
and let
50
me
matter?
no, that's what I'm saying, bro. You keep asking me this, and I'm saying I can't paint that with a wide brush. You keep asking me, and I'm telling you, it depends. I'm not gonna say, oh, you're a 50-year-old and you're not working, and I don't know why. Maybe you were with a company for 30 years, the company closed down or moved away.
Okay. What if both of them
Maybe
got the same excuse? Does the time frame matter? You missing
what you
my
mean?
question. Does the
What's
time frame matter in which you will how long you like, for example, will
if
you
they state if
entertain
they
will you entertain
I'm not
35 and fine for 2 months without a job? Does 45 and fine get a month without a job? Like, how is there a difference in the time frame based on stories could be completely the same. I'm just
like
asking you, does 35 and fine
how you
and
end up with
45
them.
and fine get the same amount of time
Yeah,
frame to get employment? Is
well,
it
with
4
me,
weeks regardless, or is 35 gonna get 6
no,
weeks
it's
because she
not no 4.
smiled and blinked better?
No, it's not no 4 weeks. Regardless, I'm looking at, and I'm looking at other things. You could get a job, and if some other things are a problem, you can get a job, and you making double what I'm making. If other things are not in place, you got to go. See what I'm saying? I don't put as much value on that. Is it valuable? Is it helpful? Yes. Would I like to have that? Absolutely. But there are other things that are more valuable to
Hey,
me.
I got a question for you. Could a female friend, completely platonic, right? No funny business. Could a female friend who was in a relationship stay at your house if she needed to? Not that there were any issues going on with her boyfriend. Just like, let's say, hey, whatever it is, I don't got nowhere to stay. I need 2 weeks, but she has a boyfriend.
Like,
Would you let her?
wait a minute. So let me clarify.
Yeah. For
So a
sure.
friend, she's a friend of mine. She has a
Complete
man,
platonic. Yes.
and she has a man, and she
Mhm.
wants to stay at my house.
She's just like, listen, Butler,
No, she needs to stay at her man house.
but what if they ain't been dating long enough? Where she like, I ain't ready, I don't want to ask him if I could stay there because I don't want to feel like,
No, you need to ask him. Matter of fact, you don't need to ask him. You need to be like, "Oh, baby, something happened at your house. You getting some work done? Oh, I got you. Come on through." Yeah, you're not gonna bring them problems in my life.
what if he's out of town? What if they long distance?
That nigga better figure. Dang, you got me. Say, man, you better figure it out, bro. That's come on, man. Come on.
What if it's long distance? She can't crash?
I think she would be disrespectful to her boyfriend to even crash in my crib.
Okay. What
And I'm
everybody
gonna
don't got
tell you,
options.
and me, I'm a friend. I'm gonna say, nah, I'm not gonna let you do that to yourself.
You wouldn't let her stay at you wouldn't let her sleep on your couch, Butler.
Nah,
Women, just listen to this.
because I got an extra
Butler is a
bedroom.
savage.
Because I got an extra bedroom.
See what
One.
come on in. Come on in. Flex on them one time, Butler, with your
That ain't I'm
with
not
your arms
flexing.
down.
I didn't do anything but tell a whole truth at this moment. That's all I
funny.
did.
I
And
was
so
just
I'm just
curious,
saying,
bro.
that's just my own principle. I just, you don't want to get wet, man. Don't go near the water. So you just
Hey,
gotta be sensible. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta
hey
be
man,
sensible.
I enjoy listen, I just be wondering, sometimes You know,
Hold on. Let me do this. Wait, what's that saying? Alexa says, so wait, what makes a woman a clearance rack woman? Knox, what makes a woman a clearance rack woman?
I'm not the guy who agree with clearance. You would have that would really be your
Yeah,
angle. 'Cause you the
no. The fact that you just said, I agreed with the woman saying that they're clearance rack women.
ain't that what
It's
you
just,
did?
it's atrocious and blasphemous.
So you
Stop
didn't.
it. Hell no, I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. You had me fooled. I didn't know. I didn't know what side.
Call
you
no
was on.
woman no clear. I'm the creator of women.
My
I
bad.
have 2 women. You should know I'm a girl dad. I think women are valuable. Period. Point blank.
My bad, Skip.
The people who have taken care of me and covered me most in life are women. I find them valuable at every level. Now, to objectively talk about that video,
What
and
is a
to
clearance rack woman?
Now, if I'm explaining what she's trying to say is a clearance rack woman is a woman who has what y'all put it together. What gets put on a clearance rack? What gets put on clearance racks in retail stores?
See that? No, man. We are asking particulars to you. What is 45?
I'm not asking no particulars to me. I just asked if that's the case. I just asked the damn particulars to you.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you
this.
this.
I don't get that. What?
Let me ask you this. Right? Like, let's say if it's not physical attributes, let's say she's attractive, let's say she works out, you know what I mean? All those things, right? What would make you be like, yeah, but nah, I'm good? Like what is something like what would make somebody a clearance rack item to you? In that particular way, meaning like I'm cool with that. Like somebody else might want that on discount, but that ain't.
See, the thing is about clearance. What do we know about clearance racks? That there are items that are marked down. They're deemed not as valuable. They were once priced at $20.
Like the regular stuff.
Do what? Now they're trying to
sell regular, like when one sleeve longer than the other.
Or
is that what we talking about?
You just made the point. They put stuff that was. When it came out of the factory, they was like, this is deformed. Send it to the discount store. Send it to the outlet store. Right. That's kind of how that works. Doesn't mean that it doesn't have a use. Doesn't mean that it can't be, worn or used or partaken of.
I'm with you.
But other items that are similar, that shirt gets sold for $50. They selling this one at the outlet for $2 for $10. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but what I'm saying is when I think clearance, right? Like what I'm saying is when I heard her talk, she made it seem like clearance, like, hey, there are 10 of us out here on this rack, right? Like they gotta do what they gotta do. That ain't what she was
saying, and we can play the video. No, what she was saying is, you women, y'all expectations are far out of whack. You're waiting till you get older. You didn't went, you didn't done, you didn't said no, you didn't kicked it. You calling, you didn't, everybody that was shooting at you that wasn't that 1 percentile of guy, y'all call them thirsties and you told them get out your face, or call them bums and they not good enough for you. Now you done got older, sagging a little bit. You don't have your external faculties in place. Now you've done a great career. You have money, you have your own car, you have your own house, but now you want the companionship, you want relationship, and you want a man. Now, a man in that age range, the good ones are going to already be gotten, of course. And now that you're saying you want them, some men get better over time.
But some women get better over time.
Yeah, they do. I agree with you. So, and I'm not speaking from that point. And my personal view is everybody has value. And I don't want to say that like everybody has value, but there are some ugly folks. There are some sorry folks.
Yeah,
on both sides of the aisle. So that's the real truth.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
You know what I mean? But
who you think, which side of the fence got more ugly ducklings on it?
I don't know, man.
You come on, Butler. Why you don't know?
I don't know.
I'm saying I'm at. That's why I said,
Because I
why
don't
do you
walk
think?
around looking like they
I didn't
pretty,
ask
they
you to
ugly,
know.
they pretty,
I'm
they
asking you to
ugly.
think. I'm saying the way science works, right? Like
Nah,
dudes
did this
peak
boy just
when
say
they
and
young.
ask you to know? No, we not finna just pass over that little slick shit you be saying. I didn't ask this nigga to know. I asked him to know. I almost said, who you talking to? I'm not one of your students at the school.
Hey
Who you
man, I
talking to?
know. Listen, I
Nah,
know.
that what?
I always tell you, man. I'm gonna
Stop it.
be. I'm gonna be
Stop
real.
it, Doc.
I'm gonna be real
Knox.
aggressive on this
Knox.
screen. But
Knox.
when you approach me,
Stop.
you already
Knox.
know what I'm gonna do.
Knox. Stop it.
I'm gonna lay down.
Stop it.
I know you ain't gonna kick a man while he down.
No, I would never kick you
Right?
regardless.
No, I'm letting you know that's where I'm going. That's my kung fu right there. I'm going with it.
He sounding ass you.
I call
My
it fetal
point.
baby
Y'all don't
style.
understand. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give y'all some backstory. Knox wants to force people to answer questions, and I will not do it. Matter of fact, I be wanting to answer it, but he be so forceful, I'm forced not to do it.
Don't let Butler fool you. Don't
Say,
let
man,
Butler fool
this
you.
dude here, man.
Butler
I be
is
like,
the
I
master.
didn't have to say Knox.
Hey,
Didn't I just say I don't know?
if we did like a Ocean's 11, you would be the dude. We would be like, hey, go over there and distract the security guard. And you get over there and they'd be
Really?
like, sir, what are you doing over here? Now, when you say over here, do you mean over here by the door or over here by the fire extinguisher? I'm not
pull
sure
that
what you
off.
mean by,
I
but
could
that's my
definitely-
point. You would be
I could
amazing at the
definitely
guy
pull that off.
who blows 4 minutes talking about everything but the answer. Hey,
I
what are you
think
doing
some-
over there?
I
When you
think
say
s-
over here,
I would think some would disagree with that one, but okay.
some.
You know,
Some.
okay. Yeah,
What?
some and some would agree, you know. That's how life is. I can't help it, man. I can't step away from the reality. Now I can step into my own subconscious and my own opinion and subjective thought and view of things. However, man, if I don't have all of the data to say it and that's what it is, then I may select to step back on that. Say I give you my view, but that
Hey.
ain't the view.
Well, no. Well, but a lot of times, we don't have. There is no data to back up what you think. So I just be asking you what you think. You like what?
No,
I
you
need?
said you know. Oh, well, I
What
got
you
you.
think? What you think about something? Which
I
one you
don't-
think got more ugly duckling? You think more women
I do, man,
eventually
I would.
Do you think more women
I'm not
start
equipped.
out?
That's just broke. I'm not equipped to just bring bullcorn
Okay,
out my ass.
Didn't you just go to like a
'Cause I would just be
reunion or
like, man,
something?
I
Didn't you
think
just go
it's
to a
more-
reunion? Did
I
you go to a
think it's
reunion? Did you
I
go to a
think it's more
reunion?
ugly ducklings on
Big Hershey. Big Hershey. Didn't you go to a reunion recently?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
when you went, right? What
Mhm.
was the ugly duckling factor? Did you see more dudes that you went to school with and you was
I don't-
like, dang, fam, you turned into that? Or did you see more women that you ran into that you was like, I don't remember her? Or she still looked, or you know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like what was the more? Because I feel like over time, because
Well,
women operate
How
in a
about
different
you
space.
share what? So which side of the aisle? Which one do you think have the most?
I think
ugly
women
duckling?
by far, because dudes don't even care about, like, women figure things out as they
How
get
do
older and they
you say
apply
you
more
think there's more
things.
ugly women than there are ugly men?
No, I'm saying there are more ugly ducklings as women than men. Like, there are more women that we looked at when we was like, oh, that girl was ugly in school, or oh, I wouldn't have talked to her for this reason. And then you see
when
them
you
at
say
20, 30, and 40,
see,
and
man,
they like,
you ain't
I said
explaining
ugly
that
duckling.
right. That's the
Why not?
problem.
That's ugly duckling.
Nah, I
You
didn't
never-
put all that together. I didn't put it
you
together.
never read
I
Ugly
did, I
Duckling?
didn't put it. I know. Yeah, now I know.
What they required y'all to do with Hershey? You ain't had to read Ugly Duckling in school. What was y'all doing at the Hershey ISD?
Now,
We need
what
to
you're
see
right.
that.
I agree with that. What you explained, I agree
Yeah.
with that. I believe there are many more women
Over time.
over time. Nah, I don't agree with that.
Listen,
Nah,
I'm gonna tell you. Listen,
I seen a lot of women that was now. This is what happens, bro. That you gonna be mad, and it's the truth
Okay.
because
Yeah,
I've
go
had
ahead.
this discussion before.
Go ahead.
It'll be the ones that were fine, they ain't fine no more. And
Right.
the ones that wasn't fine, they be fine.
Those are the
On
ugly
the
ducklings.
women's side.
Those are the ugly ducklings. That's what
Man,
I'm
it'd
talking
be some
about.
dudes. But I really ain't.
It's very rare that you go and you see somebody who wasn't in shape that is in a shape, in shape in their 40s that wasn't in
Oh,
shape in high school.
man,
It
I'm gonna be
happens
honest.
sometimes,
I
right?
know. Yeah, sometimes. I mean,
But
there's something in every category, but it's not the majority. Of
but
course, I agree
it's
with
the
you on that.
women, right? Because like
The women make the bigger transitions
I feel like women they have a much bigger inspiration when they were the
to do
girl
that.
nobody talked to. And
Man,
then
yeah.
like they realize like, oh, I just hadn't grown into who I was yet. And now I got it. And now all these dudes run across me. I used to be at school and they be
Yeah,
like, hey, 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 hey.
you late bloomers. You
Now
got
it
late
happens on
bloomers.
both sides, but I'm saying like dudes peak early.
Now,
Like
but
a
and
lot of
yeah,
times dudes peak
but
at
and
between
then
20
God,
and 30 and then they go
but
downhill. A
but the
woman can
value,
be
but the
fine at
value is
18
different.
and be fine at 48.
Yeah, but the value is different. With men, it's more about established money, prowess in that way. Like someone, if they go be famous, if they become wealthy, stuff like that, that kind of raises their value. With women, as we were saying in the beginning, it definitely comes with a lot of the physical aesthetics.
No, but this is what I'm
Hold
saying.
on, man. We've been neglecting our viewers, man. Princess Reynolds says, now, Butler, I know you went out with men your age and thought that's a bum about one of them at the table. Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Princess. And I think hopefully we kind of talked about it. I did understand what you mean by a bum. Alexis Butler said, man, where is Adrian? She hide from us or something. Apologies if I spelled her name wrong. Let me say Adrian. I think it's supposed to have an E on it. And then yeah, because her insight in this would definitely shed light. So I understand what Alexis is pulling for right there. What's good, CJ? What's happening? CJ, I see you getting it in, man. I see you getting it in, brother. Man, salute to you on that staying consistent, bro. He says, shit, no cap. I'm a fold, man. I'm a fold, man. Hey, I want to get wet. I want to get wet. Hold on. Princess says,
Is that
not
like
too much.
is that inside something? What I don't even know what that means. What that mean?
Yeah, he was commenting on something we had said earlier.
Oh, okay.
And Princess says, not too much on my daddy now. Alexa said, yeah, not too much on mine now. Let these grown men give us a show.
Man, here you see, look, Butler's instigating. I'm blaming Butler.
See what I'm
Because
saying?
he just gotta read the comments. That's Butler instigating. Hey man, you know me. If I can blame it, I'm gonna blame it.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah. I had to run with that one, big dog.
So Knox, see, me and Knox have this. This is what I'm telling y'all. This is what we do this on an out. We do this off air.
Yeah, this is
this is
Tuesday afternoon.
Like what, man?
I just call him. Hey, sometimes Butler just pick up the FaceTime and look at me like, I know you finna say something crazy. And I go ahead and say something crazy.
Knox is going to introduce, the first thing is going to be something. It ain't going to just be a regular nothing.
Not all the time, though. Sometimes,
like, man,
it starts out very respectful, but it go left real fast.
Yeah.
It go left real fast. Hey, but I'll say this, Butler. I thought we had different perspectives on the clearance rack thing because I think definitely how I thought she what I thought she meant by it is I don't think how you took it. I think we took it two different ways from the jump,
and possibly so.
But I think regardless, right? Like you get clearance rack people of both sides of the fence at any given time, but I feel like women get more. I feel like a good woman holds her value longer than a good man. I hate to say it, but I think women do because women can get increased. Women can be fine at 18 and fine at 48. Dudes really ain't figured it out at 18. They relying on everything that's outside that.
Man, I'm just looking at from what I've seen with my own eyes and because you have some women who have the genes, they fine at 18, they fine at 20, 28, then they fine at 38, 48, and they just really sexy all the way through their lives. Then you have some who are really fine at 18, they eyed at 28, and then you like, what happened by 38? and it just ain't there going forward.
I gotta ask you this before we get out of here. You got any ugly duckling scenarios?
What you mean?
Like, have you experienced that? Like, where somebody has come to you like, "Hey, remember me? Remember me? You wouldn't pay me no attention." You ever had that happen in life?
No, I had one where
Or
I
like you
wouldn't
try
pay.
to talk to? I'm sorry. go
No,
ahead.
where I wouldn't pay attention to her in school, and then
Right.
we
That's
were
what
out
you.
of school, and I seen
Yes.
her,
Yes.
and she was like, "No, because you wouldn't give me no plate in, and I ain't gonna give you." She said, "I ain't gonna give you." I was like, "Okay." She was like, and I tried. And she was real blunt to it. She said, "No, because I tried to give it to you. I did this." She told me the detail. I was like, but I'm gonna be honest. I was like, it wasn't that I didn't think you was fine or attractive. You know what I'm saying? I just went on that type of time at that time. You know what I'm saying?
it. But I was just curious if you had ever experienced that.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that. Yeah, I
Okay.
definitely experienced that. Hell, I kind of had that happen to me but it was different because I ain't never really had no trouble. Let me say that. But it
No, but
was,
I'm not trouble.
but it
But I'm
was,
saying like the
but it
girl you
was
blew off. Like you ever
not,
had a girl
yeah,
you blew off
that
circle
I
back,
blew off and then they came back. I was like,
or you try to circle
damn.
back when you see him? Like, oh, she like,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Like, now you want to talk to me? You ever been hit with that?
And
Oh,
I didn't
now
even,
you think I'm pretty?
she didn't say that, but I mean, because I really didn't blow her off. What it was is I didn't respond to her not advances. It wasn't like she came to me and said, "Hey, I like you," but she was making it known. And I'm just like, but I just didn't engage in it. You know what I'm saying? They went to a different, I'm gonna be honest. Now y'all gotta realize this is high school minded. And I ain't talking about late junior, senior. I'm talking about freshman, sophomore round timeline. So
Okay.
it was kind of like, man, they go to a different school. They live it. And at the time, I was like, they live in the gardens. I ain't got they rough over there. I can't I can't deal with it.
I'm gonna tell you. I went to elementary school
It
with a
was something
young
like
lady.
that.
I went to elementary school with a young lady who got picked on, and then like I had seen her maybe like 1 or 2 years after high school, and she was like, you know, um, she wasn't somebody that people talk to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was just, best way I could put it. But she grew into being a very attractive adult,
Mm-hmm.
and what was crazy was I felt like she was trying to force me into like a "Hey, remember me? Look at me now" moment. You know what I'm saying? In my
Of
mind, I
course
was
you
like,
was.
but I was thinking like you look cool, but like it don't do it for
She was
me.
still ugly for you?
I mean, just I when you particular in certain facets. You know what I mean? So just wasn't for me. But she had definitely had her moment. She grew.
Well, why would she even
She
try
grew.
to come at you did you ever try to shoot your shot? Did
No,
you ever
no,
show
not
some
never,
attention?
nothing close, nowhere near. It was more like, remember, y'all used to make fun of me, and I was like, wait, time out, time out. You can't go, y'all. Like, I'm not sitting here.
You were definitely making fun of her.
Why would you say that, Butler?
I mean, I know you now.
No, but I pick on you because you bigger than me. I ain't picking on no easy targets.
Oh, okay.
What fun is that?
I
I
can dig
pick
that.
on you because you can definitely, if you decide you don't want to hear this no more, you can let me know. And I'll be like, you know what, Butler, today may not be the day to talk to you about this situation. I ain't never going to be no punk, though. But
No, I was finna
hey,
finna say, Knox, these are total
listen,
fibs you telling these people.
no,
Knox
listen,
will turn up a notch.
let me tell you something, man. If I could describe, you know what? If I could describe our friendship, you know what our friendship is? Our friendship is Friday when he tried to go get his bike back. Like, you want some of this too, old man? I'm like, no, that's me. That's you. All right. That's our relationship in a nutshell. I know better, man.
Man, we
Listen,
should have played a different video because this one here got you stirred up, man. But
I don't think I was stirred up. I just wish I could. I
I
feel
mean, no,
like
you kind of attacked me a little bit. You tried to make me a woman
what?
hater on here, and you
No,
tried to say
no,
I
no.
thought
We
women
know you. First of all,
were
we know you.
clearance rack material.
We know you love you. We know you love you some black women, Butler. One thing we know about Eric Butler is he love him some black women, right? You know what I'm saying? We know you
That
love
is,
you some black women. You
that's
know
a
what I mean?
fact.
So
That's a fact.
we're
That's a
not gonna
fact.
sit here and even no slander,
Now,
no black woman
now, don't
slander.
give me then. See, the thing is, I'm just gonna keep it 100. Now, I'm, y'all, I'm gonna take the wonderful and the ones I'm like, God Almighty, because they didn't woe me out too. Don't get me wrong. I just ain't abandoning them. I just can't do it.
I'm just saying, like,
I said it like that, abandoning
I
them.
don't know. I feel like grown women who got like grown women who don't need like there are more dudes who are more reliable on women than women who are grown and single and are reliable on men. I'm telling you, like there's a great population of the black woman who don't even come outside because she just tired. And that's what kill it for dudes like us, Butler, because they woe out. The good ones woe out, bro. I'm trying to tell you. And the days of like, oh, go to church or go to the supermarket, them days dead because all the thirsties, that's where they go now. They hang out at the church and the
Y'all been this thirsty. We're
supermarket.
gonna have a show on that, man. We got to define thirsties, man.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give me a
And
shirt like
I'm and
Wheaties, but
this
it's
is
gonna
out
say
to
thirsties.
Princess. I'll just I
Who could
know
we
I'm
put
not.
on the
I ain't.
thirsty
I
box?
finna say I know I ain't
Hey,
thirsty
who could
because
we put on the? That's what we gonna do a
I don't even be
vote.
going. I don't even be. I don't make.
Can we do a vote, Butler?
I don't even making the moves on what.
We should have the woman vote on who's like the most thirsty, like who could be the thirsty mascot. I'm gonna get a shirt. It's like
Who
Wheaties. You know, Wheaties is
who
who should be the
who could?
thirsty mascot? Like who could
I
be
mean, who are they choosing from?
like who somebody we can all agree does thirsty stuff. Like who can we agree as a male be being thirsty? I think women know better. On the shirt, it's gonna be orange, like a
Of
Wheaties
course.
box, but it's gonna say thirsties. I'm gonna get
Nah,
the mascot.
I ain't gonna lie. And to Prince's point, man, Prince. I've seen some thirsty cats. I'm just like,
Right.
what are
Who
you
is the
doing?
most who is the
Like,
thirsty
come,
mascot?
damn, I be
That should be
feeling
a show.
bad for him. I be feeling bad for him. I'm like, boy,
Hey,
you
Alexis, Princess, if
trying
y'all
too dang hard.
Alexis, Princess, real quick. Who is like who could we use for the thirsty mascot? Like who's the
Like
most
watch them both have somebody on regular. They ready. I'm gonna read Princess.
not creepy, but thirsty.
Princess says, I'm an ugly duckling scenario. So I got bullied so bad in like 5th grade, and 4 boys from that class found me on Facebook and told me how pretty
See,
I was compared to 2 years ago.
you know, I love my daughter, however, right? Like I be trying to explain to these kids like what they call bullying and
That
what
was
we
them
call
liking her.
bullying. That ain't the same thing. Like we got bullied as
They
kids.
probably liked her too,
Like
because
we
at
had
that
like
age, they didn't know how
gooch.
to say they liked you.
The gooch was a real thing. Like everybody had a gooch in their right. Like so you had some type of gooch representation. If you are born in the 70s or 80s, you
He
definitely
said
have
you
dealt
had
with
a
the
gooch.
gooch. You dealt with the gooch.
Yeah, because they would be like, you need to toughen up. It wasn't gonna be no.
Hey,
Ain't
was your
no
first
parents.
was your well, you know what? You probably never been bullied, right? Because you was born
No, I was
6'12".
bullied. I was bullied up until the 6th grade.
Was your first bully a male or a female?
Oh no, I ain't never been bullied by a female. Now I got my head busted open by a female with a brick
Oh, that's wow.
when I was in probably about the 3rd grade, and she was older too.
That's real aggressive.
Yeah, it was silly, man, and we were just playing, and it wasn't nothing. I didn't hurt anybody or do anything. It would be like, man, it was crazy. It would be like you bump into somebody or y'all playing tag and you tag them and they turn around and be like, like shoot them in the face with a gun. I'm talking about, bro. It bust my head wide open. It was crazy, man. My mama was hot about that one. But
Listen,
but a bully, no, I had bullies in like throughout elementary, man. I didn't want to fight nobody, man. I was cool, you know what I'm saying? But and plus my mother was not gonna I say I was bullied. I'm just saying I wouldn't take on every fight, and I didn't develop a reputation until around the 6th grade. My uncle gave me free reign. I said, man, my mama going, if I get kicked out of school, my mama going, he said, don't worry, this he caused the problem this day. He said, don't worry about your mama. I'll take care of your mama. Don't let nobody else put their hands on you. And it was bad because I had let cats put their hands on me. Now they
Come
didn't
up
go
for the
too
okey
far.
doke.
Cats would, do the mush, and I'd be like,
They
what?
thought it was sweet.
And that day, I had the leash was off. Man, I dumped the cat in the trash can. I slammed the cat on the table, broke the table. I tried to knock one dude's
Hey,
head
wait,
off, broke the
slow
window in
down.
the
You don't you but
classroom.
we talking about thirsties. You beating people up. Slow. Stick
Well,
on the
I
subject.
know, I know I didn't.
Thirsties.
I was defending myself.
Thirsties.
Well, hold on, man. Let me read Princess's comment, man. She
I need
says
to talk about thirsties.
she said one guy I went to middle school with approached me somewhere and said, "You so pretty. You look familiar." And I said, "Yeah, you used to bully me in middle school." He was embarrassed. He still got that number though. No, Princess. I'm just playing, Princess. I do not want you coming for me. She's just too rough. Man.
I'm out this one. I tapped out.
Yeah, Alexis Butler said you definitely wasn't ugly then. If that was the case, because them boys really liked you, but they were followers and wanted to do what everybody was doing. I bet they ugly and bums now. Yep. That's how it be working. Alexis Butler said it's funny how dudes always come back around. Princess says my dad was fly then and he fly now. That's why she wanted him to notice.
I don't know who we talking about.
When you were talking about old girl that was trying to make you just trying to make you notice her.
I don't know what that was about.
Alexis say, I'm crying, Knox. Princess gave us one. Thirsties. Trey Songz, he thirsty. Princess said, Genuine, he thirsty. Alexis Butler says, Drake, he thirsty.
I can't call Drake thirsty.
Parched?
I don't know. I can't. I mean, Drake, Drake got too much going on to be a thirsty.
Princess Reynolds says,
maybe corny.
Any famous light skin.
Maybe he could be corny at times, but I can't call Drake thirsty.
Really?
What you really in for?
Okay, no.
You saying you calling Drake thirsty?
I don't know what he is.
Our definition of thirsty.
That's why I'm kind of pausing, because I don't know about the definition of your thirsty.
You jump in DM like jumping in DMs of like thirsty. you see them like when the women be having them pictures, them posts of the dude being like, hey, hi, how you doing? Good morning. Hey, beautiful. Good afternoon. Let's do coffee. Like, fam, that's thirsty. That's thirsty. That is the thirst of all thirst balls. Like, how many times you gonna talk to yourself before you stop talking? That's thirsty.
I can't even comprehend or conceive that.
So when I say
this is really happening. This is really happening. Like, people are constantly sending someone a message, not getting response, multiple. Now,
what
if he tried twice? Is that thirsty? I think the rule is if you don't get a response back, the next it's got to be.
What's the rule? Is it 2?
I don't know. I'm asking. These are questions.
What was wrong with the first one?
She said any R&B singer with a shirt off.
Hey, wait. Why is 2 okay? What was wrong with the first one?
What was the first one?
I'm saying if you shoot, hey, how are you? And you see they read it and they don't say nothing, you double back?
No.
Good afternoon.
No. No, I think they made the silence is an answer. So,
bro, you never seen them posts where it be like the dude just be talking and talking and talking and talking. You never seen that, dog?
Hold on, man. I gotta give Princess her shine. Give me a moment. Princess says Safari, Nicki ex-boyfriend, he the most thirsty. And then
Safari
you missed it.
Be doing some pretty extreme stuff.
And then she said any R&B singer with his shirt off.
All right, dog. Listen. You know what? Look at the time. It must be time for us to go.
Listen, you asked a question. Our viewers were giving us the feedback. We got to give them that love. Alexa says she can't think of nobody but Drake.
Drake is not thirsty. He just he do weird stuff, but they ain't thirsty.
Did you talk about all the songs he caters to women and sings them from a women's point of view? And
that's different. That's like calling
I'm
LL
sorry
thirsty.
you was a stripper, but I'm in love and I want to get with you. What? I don't know his lyrics because I don't listen to Drake like that.
I'm just saying. I mean, if that's what fills up arenas.
I mean, but we're not talking about arenas. We
But
were talking about
I'm saying
we were talking
thirsty.
about thirst.
I don't think catering to women make you thirsty. I think when you do things
I do.
women
I
don't
do.
find attractive
I
and you do it
do.
over, how's that
I
thirsty?
think
So R&B
catering to
singers are
women
thirsty.
make catering to women. Now, I'm not talking about being a gentleman, opening doors, helping them
So
with something
Jodeci
heavy,
was thirsty.
if they need some assistance.
Jodeci was thirsty. I'm saying they don't got no brother.
According to Princess, yes.
They don't got no
These
brother
singers with
keep
their
your
shirt
chin
out.
up songs. Jodeci was not thirsty.
Based on
no,
the
yeah,
definitions
she
that
said
were given.
Wait, time out. They did say take my money, my house, and my car. That is a song line. And it really don't
Hey.
get no more thirsty than that.
No, if that's the case, the thirstiest would be Babyface.
Is there a thirstier line than take my money, my
He
house,
said, when I
and
get
my
home
car?
from work, he said, when I get home, I'll cook your dinner for you. As soon as I get home from work, I'll wash your clothes. I'll paint your toes.
That's not real song lyrics, is it?
No,
okay.
Yeah, wait, no, listen. I'll cook my dinner for you as soon as I get home from work. Yeah, that's
Oh
real,
no, I thought
lyric.
I made up paint your clothes.
I made that.
You should have wrote that. That was cold. That might have been the best lyric that never got said.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'll wash your clothes and paint your toes. That was gangster.
Come on, man. I understand, man, the moments of catering to your woman and making them feel special. The women have said, Eric, you're far more romantic than I thought, and that's cool. I can be, or whatever the case may be, but
excuse me,
if you're doing it all day long, like I'm not no hoop jumper. You're not gonna have me. I'm juggling and trying to entertain you, running over here, keeping the plates on the damn thing.
Hey,
man, and hey, baby, you happy? You laughing?
The thirsty shirts is coming. Trust me. The orange thirsty shirts is coming. Wait till I find me a good thirsties mascot. They coming.
Alexa says Drake is definitely thirsty. You never saw him. You never saw him Houston, and I most definitely saw it in 4K. Okay. I don't know. She said, I don't know. Drake paints his nails. That's a lady.
Now that's a whole different avenue. We ain't going down tonight.
Well, we ain't got to. I'm just saying,
but I do want to have that conversation.
Bringing facts to the table that kind of points in that direction. And then Alexa says, don't ask how I saw it in 4K, guys, but I saw it. No matter how much money they have, dudes are going to be dudes. Thirsty. Yeah. Like, I think if you pay for it, thirsty action is paying for it. You pay for it, it's thirsty.
There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot of stuff you could do.
Asking a lady over and over to come talk to them, and they did say, I've been watching you for so very, very long. She said,
no, that's different though. See, that's but we come from a different era. They don't do that now. They just be like, oh, where the hoes at? We love you. See you at the hotel party. All the pretty ladies.
No, man. I think I just came up in a different environment. And
I'm talking about
came up in a different in the era. No, I can't even get. That's what I'm saying. I can't. What they do, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't understand. When I mean I can't do it, meaning I can't understand. It doesn't register to me. And wherever that leaves me, that leaves me. I'm fine with it. I'm old school. I'm old school, bro.
Thirsties. Shirts coming. Nah. Thirsties.
Who gonna wear the shirt?
Me.
You gonna wear
a trend. Just watch.
I got you.
Thirsties. It's gonna have me a whole series of thirsty shirts.
Man, let's don't be getting sued, bro, because hurting people's feelings. I'm suing him for defamation.
I'll put the line over their eyes so that way they can't say it's them.
There you go.
Thirsties.
But they don't know. They don't know. All right, we'll chill out. Listen, we got the other videos. We got multiple ones. I don't know if they'll be they will. They'll probably be
yeah, listen, it's gonna be video time again when we get back.
That's absolutely.
On Wednesday. Going up.
Hey, Wednesday. Appreciate you for being here. definitely appreciate the birds, man. They always in there flying around, man, keeping it going. CJ H Rap, man, thank y'all for dropping in. As always, definitely like, share, subscribe, and go to YouTube, go to BS3 Network. Definitely make sure that you set up the notifications so you can get our information. You want to give a shout out and holler at to Adrian Shawan. We missed you tonight. Definitely could. We might have to give her one shot at answering a couple of your questions and let her hear the video a little bit and just get her perspective so she can fill in everybody on that. But other than that, man, we really appreciate y'all for being with us tonight. We're going to get into it. We're going to let the music play. And then we're going to holler at y'all
next week, y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
All right, we out.
Bands on my neck, bands on my wrist, bands on my neck, bands on my wrist,
See everybody talking like they doing what we doing, but these brothers is rare and they ain't moving like we moving. And everywhere we go, when we walking, women choosing. Don't hate, it's alright. So don't hate, it's alright.